Welcome everyone. In this video, we are going to delve into the fundamentals of three prominent companies in India's aerospace and defense sector. The companies are Hindustan Aeronautics, Bharat Dynamics, and NIBE. These companies play a crucial role in India's defense landscape, each bringing unique strengths to the table. We will be comparing their financial health, operational efficiency, and market performance using data sourced from the Screener platform. Please note that while this video focuses on three specific companies, there are many other companies that also play a vital role in this industry. The selection of these three companies was done randomly, and there is no particular reason for highlighting them over others. Our aim is to provide general insights, and we encourage you to explore the broader landscape of this sector for a more comprehensive understanding. Now, let's see how these companies stack up against each other. So, let's get started.
Firstly, we will look at the market capitalization. From Screener analysis, we can see that Hindustan Aeronautics has the largest market cap, making it the heavyweight among the three. This suggests it's the most established, likely with a broad base of operations and a significant presence in the market. Bharat Dynamics is mid-sized, offering a balance between growth potential and stability. NIBE, with the smallest market cap, represents a smaller player in the industry. Next up is the current price of each company's stock. This is simply the price at which the stock is trading right now. The high-low price range gives us a snapshot of the stock's volatility over a certain period. This range shows the highest and lowest prices at which the stock has traded during that time. Now let's look at the price-to-earnings ratio, or the stock PE ratio. A higher PE might indicate that investors are expecting significant growth in the future and are therefore willing to pay a premium for the stock. However, it could also mean that the stock is overvalued, which might be a red flag for potential investors. We'll be discussing the stock PE in relation to the industry in just a little while. Let's look at the book value. The book value per share represents the net asset value of a company. For Hindustan Aeronautics, the book value per share suggests a strong asset base, which is a positive sign for investors. In comparison, Bharat Dynamics and NIBE have lower book values, which might raise concerns about their asset quality and financial stability. Dividend yield is a key metric for investors who are looking for income from their investments. It measures the amount a company pays out in dividends each year relative to its stock price. Imagine you have a piggy bank that gives you a little extra money every year, based on how much you put in. That's kind of what a dividend yield is for companies. It tells us how much extra money a company pays out to its shareholders compared to the price of the company's stock. Hindustan Aeronautics has a dividend yield of 0.75%, and it gives you the most bang for your buck with the highest dividend yield, meaning more extra cash compared to BDL and NIBE. BDL comes next, and NIBE's dividend is so small it's almost like getting nothing. Return on capital employed is a crucial financial metric that measures a company's efficiency at generating profits from its total capital employed. Hindustan Aeronautics has a return on capital employed that reflects its strong operational efficiency. Given that the company is well established and operates with significant capital investments, a high value suggests that it is effectively using its capital to generate profits. This is a positive indicator for investors, as it shows that the company is making good use of its resources to create value. Bharat Dynamics, when compared to Hindustan Aeronautics, the value is slightly lower. However, it is still respectable, meaning the company is generating a reasonable return on its employed capital. NIBE, being the smallest among the three companies, has the lowest return on capital employed. This could be due to its smaller scale, and this could also indicate that the company is still in a growth phase. Return on equity is a key financial ratio that measures a company's ability to generate profits from its shareholders' equity. It shows how effectively management is using the equity invested by shareholders to generate profits. A higher return on equity is generally a positive sign, as it indicates that the company is making good use of its equity base to generate returns. Hindustan Aeronautics stands out with the highest return on equity of 28.9%. This indicates that Hindustan Aeronautics is the most efficient of the three companies. NIBE, with a return on equity of 18.9%, performs slightly better than BDL, indicating strong profitability and effective equity utilization. BDL, with a return on equity of 17.9%, is also a good performer, though it trails behind Hindustan Aeronautics and NIBE in terms of efficiency and return on equity. Face value is a nominal value assigned to a security, such as a stock or bond, by the issuer. In the context of Indian stock markets, face value is often used to calculate dividends, bonuses, and stock splits. It is also important for regulatory and accounting purposes, but it doesn't directly influence the market price of the shares. Understanding the relationship between the company's stock PE ratio and the industry PE average is essential for making informed investment decisions, as it provides context on how the market values a company's earnings potential relative to its peers. Industry PE ratio is the average PE ratio of all companies within a particular sector, providing a benchmark to compare individual companies' PE ratios. Hindustan's lower PE ratio compared to the industry average suggests that the market perceives Hindustan Aeronautics as undervalued relative to its peers. This could imply that Hindustan Aeronautics is a good value investment, potentially offering stable earnings at a lower price. Alternatively, it could indicate that the market is factoring in lower growth prospects for Hindustan Aeronautics compared to other companies in the aerospace and defense sector. NIBE's PE ratio is higher than both Hindustan Aeronautics and BDL and also exceeds the industry average. This means the market is willing to pay a premium for NIBE's stock, potentially due to anticipated rapid expansion, innovative products, or strong market positioning. If NIBE fails to meet the high growth expectations set by the market, the stock could see a sharp correction. Hindustan Aeronautics has 49.4 crore rupees in debt, and for BDL it's 3.75 crore rupees. Both are in very strong financial positions, with their debt levels being minimal relative to their equity, thus posing little risk to investors. NIBE has the highest debt at 69.2 crore rupees, but the same conclusion applies. Its equity base is substantial enough to maintain a debt-to-equity ratio of 0. The zero debt-to-equity ratios across all three companies suggest that these companies are operating with minimal financial risk concerning debt. This is a positive indicator for investors, showing that these companies are not heavily reliant on borrowing and have strong equity backing. Now let's look at the interest coverage. It tells us how easily a company can pay interest on its outstanding debt. A higher number means the company has more than enough earnings to cover interest expenses. HAL and BDL have excellent interest coverage, with HAL being the highest at 333. This is a green flag, indicating they are in a strong position to manage their debt. NIBE, on the other hand, has a much lower interest coverage of 8.47. While this isn't terrible, it's significantly lower than the other two. Hindustan's 36.5% profit growth is stable and sustainable, reflecting a mature company that is growing steadily. This is ideal for investors who seek long-term, steady returns. Bharat Dynamics has achieved an impressive profit growth rate of 63.2%. This could be due to factors like winning new contracts, improving operational efficiency, or expanding into new markets. This could indicate that BDL is catching up or benefiting from favorable conditions in the market. NIBE's profit growth of 404% is extraordinarily high, and it might immediately catch your attention. However, such an extremely high growth rate often needs to be approached with caution. This high growth could also be the result of a one-time event such as a major contract win, a significant order, or cost-cutting measures that may not be sustainable in the long term. Let's take a closer look at the profit after tax. It is also a key factor for investors as it directly impacts the earnings per share and the company's ability to pay dividends. Hindustan Aeronautics is clearly the giant among the three with an enormous PAT of 8,216 crores rupees. The large PAT showcases the company's dominant position in the aerospace and defense sector, its ability to manage costs efficiently, and its strong operational performance. Bharat Dynamics reports a PAT of 578 crores rupees. This PAT level reflects BDL's status as a mid-sized player in the industry, with room to grow. NIBE has a PAT of 28.6 crores rupees, which is quite low compared to other two companies. A PAT of this size suggests that NIBE is either in an early stage of its business life cycle, is operating on a very small scale, or possibly facing challenges in scaling its operations efficiently. Hindustan Aeronautics continues to demonstrate its financial strength with a robust PAT of 1,436 crores rupees in the latest quarter. This figure shows that Hindustan Aeronautics is maintaining strong profitability on a quarterly basis, which is crucial for sustaining investor confidence and ongoing operations. Bharat Dynamics PAT for the latest quarter is 7.22 crores rupees. This is quite low, especially when compared to its annual PAT of 578 crore rupees. The low quarterly PAT could indicate that BDL faced challenges during the quarter, such as higher costs, lower sales, or other operational issues. NIBE's PAT for the latest quarter is 7.86 crores rupees. For NIBE, maintaining consistent quarterly profits is crucial as it builds its business. However, the low figure also indicates limited financial flexibility and resources, which could be a concern for investors if the company faces adverse market conditions or requires significant reinvestment. Hindustan Aeronautics stands out with its impressive PAT for the last year, reaffirming its position as the most financially robust company among the three. BDL offers growth potential, and NIBE represents a speculative opportunity with higher risks. As far as net profits over various periods is concerned, Hindustan Aeronautics shows a strong and consistent financial performance with a significant net profit. The slight increase in net profit from the previous year indicates steady growth. The latest quarter's profit, while lower than the annual figure, reflects ongoing stability and profitability. Take a look at the year-over-year quarterly performance. Hindustan Aeronautics shows a strong profit growth of 76.3%. BDL's year-over-year quarterly profit growth is negative at -82.7%, indicating a substantial decline in profitability compared to the same quarter last year. This sharp decrease is a red flag, signaling that BDL may be facing challenges or a downturn in its business. NIBE demonstrates an extraordinary year-over-year quarterly profit growth of 500%. While this percentage is extremely high, it's important to note that it comes from a much smaller base, given NIBE's overall smaller scale. This massive growth rate suggests NIBE is rapidly improving its profitability, although such high growth may not be sustainable in the long term. Debt to profit is an important ratio that shows how much debt a company carries in relation to its profit. A lower ratio indicates that the company can comfortably handle its debt with its earnings, while a higher ratio may suggest higher risk due to a heavier debt load compared to profit. Hindustan Aeronautics and BDL both show excellent financial health with very low debt-to-profit ratio of 0.01.
Thank you for joining us today as we explored the comparison of Hindustan Aeronautics, Bharat Dynamics, and NIBE based on some key financial ratios. Remember, these are just a few of the many ways to analyze and compare companies. There are other important ratios and metrics like inventory turnover, debtor days, net cash flow, and more that can give us a deeper understanding of a company's performance and financial health. If you are interested in learning more, we can dive into these additional ratios in another session. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel so you never miss out on our latest videos.